Lee, let's talk about inflation. Views on inflation over the next couple of years and any risks to the current portfolio.
Well, I think I'll start with what we see right now, and leave the inflation forecasting to the macroeconomists. And I think that's important. In order to know where we're going, we need to know where we are today. I think inflation is going to continue to be strong. Like I said earlier, we're seeing supply chain disruption in every sector, every region of the world. The same can be said. Inflation's a part of that. The only place we're not seeing inflation, Peter, is in the asset management industry. But we're seeing it every place else. I wouldn't be surprised to see inflation in the mid-single digits for at least the next 6 to 18 months. What was the second part of the question?
The second part of the question was impact to the portfolio. Yeah, portfolio impact.
There's nothing in the portfolio today, and no one on the call should expect there to be something in the portfolio that's going to be selected specifically with the lens to try to offset or somehow hedge inflation. We quite frankly think that would be silly, and it's really impossible to do. All of our businesses are feeling this in some form or another. Well, whether it's raw material costs, logistics costs, personnel costs, and there's offsets. There are some businesses that are going to have more of a tailwind to inflation, and there are some businesses that are going to have more of a headwind. And we're going to just ride through that, and we're going to continue to let these great businesses do what they do in a variety of environments, and add value by putting their management smarts to their business model. We've been in so many different environments, whether it's what we're talking about, inflation today, or inflation in certain regions like South America many years ago, Russia invading Crimea. We had a European sovereign debt crisis. We had, basically a unidirectional view on and actions on deflation for, almost a decade. And now all of a sudden, inflation is cropping up, and everyone's kind of, getting really up nerved about it. A little inflation is probably not a bad thing. Eileen and I and the team probably are a little bit divergent from consensus thinking on, while it's persistent, there's still a lot of long-term trends that we think are deflationary, whether it's population growth, a lot of the technology innovation that we've shared with all of your clients that's benefited a number of our businesses. We don't think those longer-term trends are changing. And every major shock that we've had thus far, except for this one, has been deflationary. Things can certainly change, and when they do, and we have the ability to forecast it, you'll see what you've always seen. We will tack and correct and adjust, but we're not going to have any overt decision on a business in terms of inflation outright, and making a buy or a sell decision around that.